I'm Jackie O.
I'm Stan the Man.
We're the real guys with the Big Screen Breakdown.
Brought to you by Mattress Max Furniture. In Justice League, Batman and Wonder Woman assemble a team of heroes to pick up where Superman left off.
Now, as you probably know, at the end of Batman vs. Superman, the world was kind of in jeopardy because, let's just say, Superman was no longer with us.
Right, so we've had to put a new group of superheroes together, which is both awesome and has presented some challenges.
Now, the problem with any ensemble movie is sometimes you kind of get lost in the exposition. They're trying to build too much into each character so that you'll wind up with just kind of backstory and no real meat. Every time, though, in this film where that started to happen, you were kind of just knocked back in your seat by a really cool action scene. I mean, I really thought Cyborg was going to be the least developed character because he is probably the least known in this cinematic universe. However, he seemed to have the most flesh and, well, I mean, that's kind of a joke, but he seemed to be fleshed out the most of anybody in this whole movie. As with the rest of the supposedly ancillary characters, they had the most screen time and the most presence. Batman, Affleck there was just kind of there, and I mean, he never really did a whole lot, and we were really focusing on Aquaman and Flash and Cyborg more than we were the big three that we all know. I think this film's biggest challenge, though, was that it relied too heavily on the comic book series, which a lot of the viewers of these films will probably not know any of the backstory and the villains. I mean, I know who they are, but they don't really give the bad guys the gravitas that they really deserve. So for that reason, I'm afraid that there's a lot of people that just may not really understand it and be able to follow it.
And I'm one of them. I really had no idea who this bad guy was. There wasn't nearly enough explanation. He seemed really kind of like a generic bad guy, and frankly, it seemed like there were a lot of elements of his story borrowed from the Marvel Universe. I think there was some clear competition with the Marvel movies here, and it revealed itself in some clumsy writing and clumsy directing. Not just in the overall power balance, in terms of the bad guy character, which really does affect the thread of the whole movie, but also in smaller moments where characters were kind of forced to do strange things that weren't really properly motivated. For example, my beloved Wonder Woman punches Batman out of nowhere. They had this awkward setup to that moment, which made no sense at all. But I understand that they were trying to motivate some action there and move the plot along. So there was some clumsy writing and directing that really was kind of distracting. However, in spite of those moments, it was still great to see Wonder Woman. Gal Gadot, of course, does a fantastic job. And I loved Cyborg, and I wasn't sure I was going to like the Flash. You see a little bit of him in the previous movie, and he's prominent in the trailer. So I wasn't sure I was going to like him. I wondered why they didn't use the guy from the TV show, but I think they're kind of resetting their universe to skew him a little bit younger, and it works. He is a great character. He's very funny. He's genuine, and his character brings back a lot of some of the fun rivalries from the comic books, which I used to read. So overall, for me, it had some flaws, but it was still a very enjoyable movie. So I'm going to give it my second to highest rating. It's upstanding.
I have to agree. It was a fun ride. I did enjoy it, but like I say, there were some challenges to it. So I'm just going to hijack his rating because I don't have a middle of the road. I'm going to say this is also upstanding. You know, this is an interesting mix of superheroes. You know, you got Bruce Wayne, who's just a regular guy, and then you got Wonder Woman, who's descended from gods.
We know what that's like.
You two have been brought here because unbeknownst to yourselves, you have descended from gods.
What god did I descend from?
You are the long-lost son of Cafino, god of debilitating anxiety.
Oh, so what's my superpower?
You get really stressed.
How is that a power?
You shall see!
Well, what powers do I have?
As the son of Hogius, the god of sandwiches, you can make sandwiches.
Sandwiches?
You can make them appear right out of thin air. It's time you put your god powers to the test. Good luck, demigods.
What now?
Whoa, the whole place just caught on fire.
What? I don't know what to do. I'm totally freaking out.
Nice job, man. French dip?
Not hungry.
Who wants a nice pita? Until next time, we're the real guys wishing you peace, love, and popcorn.
And has presented some challenges.
Okay. 3, 2. Energy, energy, energy.